Hello and welcome to Stone Cold Kelly. And there she is right there. Hey, don't go swimming in that water, my friend, because you know what? That's correct. Stone Cold Kelly is a stone cold killer. Hey, this is an on your own problem. So you should have solved the entire problem on your own. And now you're watching this video just to make sure you did everything correctly. Without further ado, let us move on to our scenario. Stone Cold Kelly is always on the hunt. She is swift, stealthy, and deadly. Today, Stone Cold Kelly ate 3 times the quantity of 4 times a number cubed plus 16 of birds, and another 6 more than 8 times a number squared plus 4 times a number cubed of river rats. Yummy. Okay, let P represent the prey. How much prey did Stone Cold Kelly eat? And your job is to first write an expression and then simplify that expression. All right, without further ado, let's get on to solving this problem. And the first thing I always like to do is highlight the important words that become the expression. Alrighty, and here we have it, my friends. I've highlighted 3 times the quantity of 4 times the number cubed plus 16. I've got and another. That's really going to be just your plus, okay? So you're going to add another plus there. And then 6 more than 8 times a number squared plus 4 times a number cubed. And then we're going to let P represent all of the numbers, okay? So anytime you see a number, or over here you got a number, and here you got a number, we're going to represent those numbers with P. All right, so let's make some room right here and start writing our expression right there, my friends. Alrighty, and here we have it. We've got 3 times the quantity of 4p cubed plus 16 plus 6 plus 8p squared plus 4p cubed. And let's go ahead and break it down. Here we've got 3 times the quantity of, and this is 3 times the quantity of, right? And then you've got 4 times a number cubed, right? And that's right here, 4 times p to the 3rd power, which means cubed, right? And then you've got plus 16, which is represented right here. Then you've got to add another 6 because it says plus 6 more, right? Which means add 6, right? And then we're going to add in the 8 times a number squared, which is 8p squared. And finally, we've got plus 4 times a number cubed. So 4 times a number cubed. And once again, anytime you have a number right next to a variable, like here, 8p, 4p, and 4p, anytime you have that, that really means multiply. So that's where the times a number cubed comes from, 4 times p cubed. All right, so this is the first step of writing your expression. The next thing we need to do is to begin to simplify this by using the distributive property and distributing this 3 across the 4p to the 3rd power and then across to the 16. So let's go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to enlarge this so I have a little bit more room. And here we have it, my friends. I took 3 times 4 gives you 12, and that's p to the 3rd power. So 12p to the 3rd power. And then 3 times 16 is going to give you 48, so plus 48. And then all you have to do is drop the rest of the equation, the plus 6, the plus 8p to the 2nd power, and the plus 4p to the 3rd power. Superb. So this is the next way you should have the expression written. It doesn't have to be exactly in this order, but all of these elements should be in there. And then the next thing we want to do is start highlighting or coloring the common terms, right? And so what we've got here, let's start with the p to the 3rd power. And we've got this 12p to the 3rd power. So now any p to the 3rd power, we want to highlight in red. And I've got the 4p to the 3rd power right here. So we'll highlight this in red as well. Next, we'll highlight green. And the green are going to be just the numbers, right? So I've got 48 here, and I've got 6 right there. And then I'm going to use another color, and we'll use yellow for the p to the 2nd power. So I've got 1 that I'm going to color in yellow. And now as you see, I've got my 2 reds, and I've got 2 greens, and I've got 1 yellow. So now I can combine my like terms, and I'm going to start with the red here. And 12 plus 4 is going to give you 16. So I'm going to go ahead and write 16, and that's p to the 3rd power. And then my next term is just simply the numbers, right? So I've got 48 plus 6 is going to give me 54. So I'm going to go ahead and write the 54. And then I'm going to write the next one, which is simply the 8p. So let's go ahead and write the 8p right there. And right there you have it, 16p to the 3rd power plus 54 plus 8p. Oops, I forgot to the 2nd power. That's really important. So make sure you write that there. Now the only last thing is that I want to have my variables up front. So I'm going to actually rewrite this as 16p to the 3rd power plus, and I'm going to move this 8p to the 2nd power right here. So I'll go 8p to the 2nd power goes right there. And then I'm going to have just my numbers at the end and add the 54 right in there. And right there you have it, my friends. 16p to the 3rd power plus 8p to the 2nd power plus 54. So let's go ahead back here and look at the question here. And the question is that Stone Cold Kelly here is eating some birds and some river rats. And we want to know what is the total amount of prey, right, that he ate, or that she ate, sorry. Sorry about that, Kelly. And how much prey did she eat in all? Well, she had 16p to the 3rd power plus 8p to the 2nd power plus 54. And that's a whole lot of food for Stone Cold Kelly. Hey, as always, if you made a mistake anywhere along the way, no worries at all, my friend. Pause that video, fix that mistake. That is your fastest way to learn. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon.